Today we at the Best Buy outlet. I know, I live in Florida and we got a lot of outlets. Let's go inside and see what's popping. Location got everything from TVs to fridge. And I'm actually looking for a fridge too. Let's keep looking. Now, I'm not looking for a stove, but in the near future, I could be looking for a washer and dryer. And there's no shortage of them here as well. Now, to be fair, I have visited the Lowe's outlet and it's a similar case. Big warehouse, nothing but appliances. You'll find anything you're looking for affordable price. The Lowe's outlet had items up to 75 to 80% off. We don't know what the prices are here. We'll see if it's comparable or better than the Lowe's outlet. In the Lowe's outlets, we did have open box items similar to this. This one's $944 for a microwave. That's guapi. How do you even open this? Yeah, this is definitely out my pay range because I don't even know how to open these type of fancy microwaves. That's crazy. And this Best Buy outlet also have cage items. You see this in typical Best Buy where they cage the electronics, so you never know what you'll find. Right now we're looking at some controllers. Curious to know if they got anything besides video games like camera lenses. I see a lot of controllers. Over here is headphone. Look like they got the Sonys. This is open box as well. Sonos, Bose. This is an open box item. Does it have the price? This is excellent condition. Print date was 12/22/25, but we don't know the price. What I like about the Lowe's outlet is that the Lowe's outlet did have the discount prices. They had 3 sticker colorways. They had like green, orange, and yellow, and on there had the discount was 30%, 50%, or 80%, and also had the prices as well. Now, these are cage items, to be fair. They definitely don't want it on the floor, so it's gonna be hard to determine what the prices are for these cage items. I don't even know if they have camera lens. It'd be cool if they do, because I like the price some camera lens. What they do have that's not in the cage are these iMac. This is a 24-inch in the yellow colorway. It's going for $1349. It's a 24-inch all-in-one, but we don't know if this is silicone. In other words, M1, M2, so on and so forth. Usually the specs for these products is on the outside. Now, I don't think this is an M1. I think this is still the Intel versions, and these are definitely outdated. I won't recommend buying one of these unless it's an M1 machine. And based off of the spec, I can't tell if it's a good product or not. Now, if it was like $500, that's a no-tell. But right now, actually, it is the M4 chip, and it's 10 cores, 10 CPU, 16 gigabyte unified memory with 256 SSD. Not the best storage, but for $1,300, you gotta go ahead and fact check that, see if it's comparable. It looks like the box is still intact. I'm sure it has been opened, because it does says open box. Let's turn it the other way. And right next to it, we got another iMac 24-inch. This one's $1,596. Probably have more storage. And this one is $1,739. Is this the, yep, I believe it's an iMac as well. Yes, it is. Let's keep it moving. They also got monitors. Clearly, these are open box. This one's 205, 27-inch Samsung Odyssey. I actually consider getting a Samsung Odyssey, but I'm stuck on BenQ. Some of the best monitors I ever owned, and a lot of professional editors use it. So I'm not a professional, but I want to use what the professionals use. I do see a Mac Studio computer. It is an M4, not bad. 1,800. Suggested retail was 2,000. I know it's a 2,000 device. $160 open box. Now, I have owned a Mac Studio, but I returned it. They probably end up over here as well. I did not buy mine from Best Buy. I bought mine from Apple. Now, it's probably fair to say Apple probably returned and put it on their refurbished section in their online store, or probably shipped to Best Buy, and Best Buy bought it at a fraction of the cost and put it in their outlet, like what we're seeing here. We're seeing a lot of iPads as well. I just recently bought my son an iPad, and I can guarantee you I did not pay this cheap because I bought it brand new. And for all the adults who's still watching, the dude got some ice makers, and these are all open box. Hard to believe that so many customers return this. Make me feel like probably was damaged or open during shipment, because all the prices is $205, $205. I'm assuming these are $205 as well. They got the iRobot vacuum, $299. My wife actually wanted one of these. We went through several variations of these, man. Nothing quite panned out. $201, $79. The price does vary to fluctuate. Here's another item that we actually purchased and still own. It's the Shark, and I heard these are very, very good vacuums. Clearly, ours still withstand our 2 kids and the stress we put it through to clean up the mess in our household. Then we got a Keurig, $97. And I know these are expensive. I'm not sure particularly about this particular brand, but I know it is. So is Ninjas. We do own the Ninja, not for cooking, but for smoothie making. And it appears that they also have peripherals, anywhere from cases to cables. $18 for this. This is a laptop cable, 480 megabytes per second, 100 watts. So it's great for charging, probably not the fastest throughput data transfer. So you gotta look for stuff that's up to 10, 15, even up to 40 gigs. And they're usually Thunderbolt cables or USB something cables, but not all all USB-C cables are considered equal. Keep that in mind when you're shopping for USB, just because it says USB. It's just the connection for media, not necessarily the speed. So you gotta specify the speeds. Now, we do have some JBL speakers. JBL makes some great speakers, especially when they're paired with Harman, which is another speaker brand. So this is dope. Unless JBL bought them or Harman bought JBL. I don't care enough to do the research, but y'all can do it yourself. This is $139. I have found these as cheap as $100. You will never believe where. Ross. Ross not only sells these small ones, because I bought my son, both of them, a small compact version for like $30 or $40. Then I saw this size at Ross. Then I saw the huge size. Oh, they actually got it. This huge one. The boombox version, and over here is going for 300 and some change. Ross, I think I saw it for $300. Not much of a savings, but still cheaper at Ross if they still have it. And just like Mac computers, not all computers are considered equal. Same thing with speakers. They do have different brands that you can find, some more expensive than others. Is this Marshall? Yes, it is a Marshall. I actually own this. Probably the 10-year-old version, still popping to this day. It was very expensive. This is just a smaller compact version, and I paid literally double that amount. So find these here for $304. It makes me feel like these were super expensive. Yep, $300. Speakers are not considered equal either. And they even got the hand version for $261. And this is what it looks like. I'll see if I can flash back and show you my speaker. My speaker is still banging. The only issue I have with my speaker is the fact that it has old school Bluetooth technology and not the modernized technology. That's the only thing that sucks about it. They got the Beach Pill as well. They even got old school records. I'm not sure who's looking for vinyl, but singles from 1992 to 2003. I'm not sure who that is. Not sure who that is. This Nas? Get out of here. 21 Savage? Nah. And for your content creators, they got you a nice ring as well. Now this one's $71. I got one of these, but it's a newer version. I bought mine off of Amazon, and more likely, I'm gonna start showing Amazon products here as well. I have a lot of tech and accessories that help make these videos, so I could probably double down and explain more of the tech side about what I use, shoot, the type of devices I have, and what do I buy that's not video related as well, because a plethora of things. I'm a consumer shopper just like y'all. I always look for the best gear at the best price. And couple that with being a homeowner, you gotta know where to shop to save money. Had I known when building the house, there's a few things I would skimp out on and buy it aftermarket. Now we do got great washer and dryer set, and I probably would not put this, I probably wouldn't put this in my washer room because I don't like the stackables. I definitely like the spacing. But look how crazy these prices get. $1,400, $1,482. And this one's $1,464. And that's 40% off. That's crazy and insane. And a lot of these are stackables. I may not like the stackables, but I'm sure a lot of you guys probably own or are looking for one. So you definitely want to check these stores to see what they have. Just like the laundromat stackers. So if you still do your washer and drying and laundromat, this is probably what you have. Or if you live in an apartment, this is probably what they offer. Unless you're living in a luxury apartment, I can't foresee them offering this type of luxury in your 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom. Now I've been wrong once. Y'all let me know if y'all have this in y'all crib for free. Y'all let me know where y'all stay and how that was possible. More than likely, y'all probably supply your own washer and dryer if you got one of those. Oh, we're not even done. If you're looking for the cables for your appliances, they got you as well. Now, what I don't like thus far, and that's bias that I have because I've been to Lowe's outlet and how Lowe's outlet is structured. From my experience, the sticker price. It's easy accessible. You know what you're getting just by looking at the color tag, whether it's 30, 50, or 80. A lot of these have open box, but we don't know what that means. And some of the prices is almost comparable of buying it online. Give or take $20 to $50 can make a difference, but in which direction? Will you have a brand new product for $20 more? Absolutely. But if you can get it for $50 to $100 off, it may make better sense. But Best Buy currently don't separate those deals. I wish there was some kind of label that we know, so that way we look at products, we know exactly how much we're getting off, and we know exactly what the suggested retail is. Now these are the GoPro accessories. I also saw some cameras in here as well. Then went from the GoPro, their accessories, camera in the back do 2K. You got the Sony a6100, which I shall own a few of these. Actually, my a6100 got stolen back in 2018, my trip to San Francisco. I had to buy an emergency one. I'm curious to know what the price is for this. See, it's not easy accessible. Feedback for the stuff in the cages, maybe if they had a cheat sheet, on the outside so we know what's in the cage, and also list the pricing. That would be better. Imagine have the pool associate who is really busy just to help me navigate this to figure out which item I would like to purchase. I think it's pretty simple. With the advent of AI, you can literally take pictures, have it create a cheat sheet for you, and then have that cheat sheet go to Google Spreadsheet or Google Sheets and print that out. That way we'll know the item list, or even have it point to a QR code so the customers can scan that QR code, know exactly what products in there, what they cost, and they can probably do the comparison immediately without having to bother associate. That's just stuff that I think off inside my head, man. So I can't imagine this spot being open this long and they haven't found a system to make this more efficient and better experience for the customer. Case in point, people waiting in line, associates is busy. There's no one right now I can ask for help if I wanted to. Anyways, we'll continue with the cages because I want to see what's in the building. These are laptops. This is HP. At least they have it categorized by brand. Lenovo, damn, Lenovo have 2 cages. Asus or Asus, Dell is very bare. Dell computer's still a thing, and we don't know what this is. We do know this is Apple because we've been over here earlier. We got the AirPod Max. The price is $408 for some, $422. Now I own a pair and they are guapi. I believe these are $499 products from Apple. Oh, $449. So you're saving less than $40. Is that worth it? So we're gonna jump to the other side of the store where they have the TVs and see if there's any deals on the TV. Seems like there are closing. They bring down the shutters. I'm not sure how much time we got in here. All right, so here's the TVs. And it's a lot of TVs. Oh, these are actually monitors. This one's $294, G5, Samsung. I'm not sure what this one is. Alienware 27-inch gaming monitor. So with these monitors, there's a lot of specs you gotta look into. Just don't look at the price. You gotta look at the refresh rate for someone like myself. You gotta look at the colors that they're providing. You gotta look at the connection, whether it's display, USB-C. It's a lot of variables when you're dealing with monitors. It's not picking out the most affordable or biggest, fastest monitor. There's some pros and cons to either side. Even if you just read in text, you want a monitor that can display the text appropriately. And some monitors are 1080p, which you can get away with just doing text. So if you're a coder, maybe a gamer, and you just need to set it up for your chat, that's a whole different ballgame. But someone like me who do videography and who edit this video, I need the highest bit rate, quality refresh rate monitor I can possibly get so I can see the clarity, the sharpness, and my videos in case I have to color correct it. So I definitely went with a brand that supports that, which is BenQ. It's not the average consumer shopping monitor. It's a little bit guapi, but there's some low tiers of it as well that you can get away with. It's up to you, to what you're looking for, but definitely do the research on exactly what you need. Monitors is like purchasing a car. You gotta find a car that fits your needs, not necessarily buy. But then again, some people just don't care. They just want something and they can make do with it. For example, TV. I don't know much about TVs, but I know it requires similar research. You want the most possible blacks. You want to know if it's a QLED, OLED display. People's no longer using plasma. Plasma was a thing of the past. Plasma was popping off back in early 2000. If you had a plasma TV, you had a car on your wall because they was guapi. Now the technology has improved so much. Even the highest end value TV you can get, whether it's an LED or QLED, I believe it's called. I forget the name, the terminology. It's still cheaper than the cheapest plasma back in early 2000s because those TVs were going upward to $2,000 up to $70,000. Now people can buy an 85-inch TV for $1,000. I'm sure there's a lot of pros and cons behind this TV. And this TV, I almost guarantee is probably 10 times better than Plaza's. Even this $949 Samsung, it says take 55% off. It used to be $1,360. Oh no, you're saving $1,360. But damn, this is be a $2,500 TV? It used to be $2,300. Crazy. What size is it? It is a QLED 4K, but what is the size? Then you got this TCL QD mini LED TV, 98 inches. Crazy. What is the price on this joint? Huge, very huge. This one's open box, wrong box, tested, Nate 126.26. So they was able to verify this TV, tested, and I was going for $1,348. It used to be a $1,700 TV, it's 98 inches as well. Now you're probably wondering, damn, you can get this big TV for $1,400, but then you can get this 98-inch Sony for $2,500, and it used to be $4,000. So you can make the argument that this might be the better deal, even though it costs more than that, because the tech in this could be way more advanced. If you're buying a open box TV for over $1,000, I'm assuming it gotta be good, because even at the cheapest price and it's still guapi, that tells you the value of that TV. Now some of these fridges are guapi, $1,800, but to be fair, I haven't gone through this here. I don't have the time to go through the different fridges they have, find out if these are return items, send back to vendor, did not accept delivery. because Lowe's do that. I don't know the jargon they use over here to determine how they're gonna classify this TV. Like for example, this one is $2,600. It says open box, but does open box means that the customer didn't accept it, or did the box come damaged and they can't sell it? I don't know the behavior of how they're categorizing some of these TVs. Lowe's, I do know, they explained to me. I haven't found anyone here who can do that as yet. And if you guys like these videos, definitely let me know what you'd like me to cover. We definitely have Sam's Club, BJ's Club, Costco's popping up, and we'll be revisiting Lowe's outlet and any other outlet in my area. Orlando is the king of outlets, and I'm the king of shopping at these outlets, man. Follow for more. I see you on the next building. What's crazy is I used to buy these Easy Store hard drive for $100 for 4 or 5 terabytes. Now the prices is the same for only 2 terabytes. Either storage got super expensive, we as consumers is getting highly taken advantage of. Anyways, they're here if y'all looking for them.